Paint booth training Monday, November 7th, approximately 1 o'clock. We're going to first cover the internal components of the paint booth. On each end, you'll see there's an electronic overhead door. Located at each door on the inside of the booth is an operation panel for open and shut. On the exhaust end, there's exhaust filters. And the exhaust filters will be described by Dave.
These filters fit on a grid. It's 20 inches by 20 inches. And when you take them off, you can take them off simple as that. But when you put them back in, you have to put your grid in first. So just do it like this. Put the grid in. They got rubber tips that hold on. Those are important because if they're missing, the grid won't stay in. Then to load the filter, this one, simply put it in place and press it through the grid, through the filter. Like that, and it's important that they're all up close and tight, otherwise you get leaks of overspray outside. Push it through. A total of 8 points on each one. Pull it back up. Make sure everything is like that. That's all there is to installing it. There's a monitor on the outside that monitors whether the filters are clean or dirty, and when it reaches a certain set point, then you'll get an alarm. This is another important part. This is a monitor for the pressure inside the booth. That gets painted over, the system will not auto balance. So it must stay clean all the time, including this one. This is a part of the monitor that monitors the exhaust filters. There's one inside. We can show you that so you'll see it. One up in there. That's the negative pressure monitor, and this is the positive pressure monitor. And those are what monitors the filter and the dirty or clean. This is the compressed air outlet for the paint spray guns, and it will only operate whenever the filters are within the right clean range. Once they're dirty, it will trigger the alarm, and this valve will shut the compressor off, compressed air off, and no air comes inside the business. The intake filters, they go in from the inside. Have to put them inside, take them out. There's a dry side, and there's a tackified side. Tackified side is sticky, and it's on the inside of the booth. It also has a label GFS. This label is what you see. If you don't see the GFS label, it's in backwards. There's no label on the other side. You go then to install them, put the inside, move into the sail, pull the sail back. It's got a wire grid inside. That's in place. And there's that. Light fixtures. Light fixtures have a sensor switch inside the light fixture. If this cover is removed to change the lamps, it cuts off the solenoid valve, which means no spray can be sprayed while the fixture is on. Or if this end gets broken, this will trigger and it will stop the compressed air from coming in to the paint gun. To remove that, get the lamps out, you have to remove each one of these screws. We remove those. This light hole frame comes off. Change the lamps, the frame off. Reinstalling the lens is these little Allen screws are such that if you over tighten them, it will jam the nut on the inside. It's very difficult to get it off. So they need to only be hand tight to make it right. The overhead door switch, this is control, opens it from the inside. This is an intrinsically safe switch, which means it cannot start any kind of, it can't cause an explosion because of the low voltage it runs at. There's no spark. To open it, turn it loose, it will automatically go up, and stop it with the stop button. But to go down, you hit the close switch, and you have to hold it down. Turn it loose, it will stop. It has to be held down all the time until it reaches the floor. Come back up. The door has a safety edge on it. So if you were going down and something was in the way, it stops and reverses. It wouldn't even held out. Hard to hit it, but hard enough to do it. Anyway, once you undo it, it will reverse and go back up. Okay, these are the personnel doors. There's two in this booth. If the doors are open for more than 15 seconds, the solenoid valve will cut the compressed air off to this paint spray gun. And when you close it back, it takes about another 2 or 3 seconds for the solenoid valve to come back on if you leave it long enough. The purpose of that is so you can walk in and out without actually shutting off. If someone's spraying in here by themselves, and second personnel comes in, he can get in the booth without shutting off the paint gun that the other personnel is using. This one operates the same way. However, this door is more for maintenance, but it operates exactly the same way. If you open this door for more than 15 seconds, it will shut the compressed air off to the paint. The safety limit switch for the overhead doors. If this limit switch is up or not triggered, it comes down, the air solenoid valve won't come on, you can't spray. So this door has to be closed when the spraying operation is involved. What this does is measures the static pressures across the filter, exhaust filters. Right now it's off, so it should be set at 0, can be adjusted. So if this should be down when the unit is not off, the thing that should happen is it should rotate this to 0, and that would be the starting point. Whenever you start it up with clean filters, it will come to approximately where the green arrow is. When the filters are dirty, it is at the red arrow. Down here on this side, this is the filter monitor, the dirty filter monitor. If the static pressure passes this red point, it will trigger that. It will shut off the solenoid valve. That goes to the compressed air, and it will trigger this dirty filter exhaust alarm.